This is James Lutton for Round 8 Boxing. We're sponsored by the Upton Clan Builders, and I'm joined today with Jordan Grannum. Jordan, how are you, mate?
I'm all good, James, man. Thank you. How are you?
All good, thank you very much. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to get you on just to get a bit of an insight into, I don't like the term journeyman, I prefer to call them road warriors. You've had almost 200 fights, Jordan, and you very rarely get stopped. Just talk to me about how you mentally and physically prepare to stay sharp week after week when you're fighting so regular.
Well, it's obviously I've had quite a long career now, so earlier stages my preparations wasn't too good, and if you look back at the videos, you can see I'm blowing and I'm a bit tired. But as I've got older, I've realized this is actually really dangerous. I love what I do, and I'm just going to do it properly. So now I'm actually training 2 times a day. Um, I do a lot of positive affirmations. It's a lot of mind games. It's more mental than the physical, really. I'm used to training. I've been training for 18 years, but to get in week out with guys that want to really badly hurt you and have had training camps for you and sold tickets and bringing people to the venue, you have to be mentally strong. So I talk to myself a lot. That's one of the main things I do.
Do you feel that you've got, because you don't get stopped very often, if at all, do you feel you've got a bit of a target on your back where people come for the knockout?
Yeah, I feel that it's a big statement if you stop Jordan Grannum at the moment, to be fair. Um, so yeah, but I like that. I'll box with, I don't really box with pressure, to be fair. But yeah, I just don't want to get stopped. I'll have a tear up. I just don't want to be embarrassed and I don't want to be stopped. And I'll do whatever I can to not have any of them two outcomes.
When I started in boxing media about 10 years ago, it must have been quite early on when I first started. I used to go to York Hall quite a lot. And I always remember somebody telling me in on the ringside seats, Jordan Grannum, keep an eye on this kid. He was a great amateur. He's turned over. He's gone down, on the road, the away corner route, but he's tough. And I want to say, did you used to train at Islington? Did you box at Islington? Is that
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so, you was a very good amateur. Why did you turn over and go in the away corner? At what point did you make that decision and why?
Well, I didn't turn over to go in the away corner. I turned over as the home fighter. And I had 2 fights in 2 years as a home fighter. I was sponsored. I had a little sponsorship money when I first turned over, but I was still working a part time. I was actually working for Deliveroo, and I was training really hard. The first fight I sold, I think, 170 tickets, which was great. It worked out well. The second fight, it was away from home and I only sold 40 tickets. Now I had to give my opponent, I took in £1,300 and I had to give my opponent 1,100. So I was left with the £200. And I had a problem with selling tickets because I wasn't media savvy. Like, as an amateur, I was always winning. And I used to think if I bring a crowd, I'm going to lose on that one. So I never really built up a following as an amateur. So that's why I turned to go to Journeyman. Once I paid that £1,100 and I had £200 in my pocket, I think I broke my ankle about 2 weeks after that. And then in that period of time when I couldn't train, I thought like I'm not gonna give up on boxing, and if there's another route, then I'm gonna fucking take it. And in the next 3 years, I had 72 fights, so it kind of worked out.
Do you think that you've earned more money being the away fighter than you ever would have done as a home fighter in your first few years?
In my first few years, oh, what in my whole journeyman career?
Well, from your first few years, obviously, you turned over to become the home fighter
Yeah.
in those two fights. And like you say, there's a lot of times where small hall fighters have to pay the opponent. If you don't sell the tickets, you're going to struggle to make any money. But going in the away fighter, you don't have that pressure, you don't have that problem. Do you feel that you've made more money by turning over going as the away fighter than you ever would have done as a home fighter?
It's hard to say because honestly I believe that the potential I have in boxing, even still to this day, I'm a fantastic fighter. So with like the right nutrition and training camps, who's to say where I could get? But I feel that my skill on the road has enabled me to live a life from boxing that I am fucking grateful for, man. And honestly, I'm just so in love with the sport. I'm so in love with the business. Obviously, I'm a manager now. I've got fighters and Grannum promotions, but I'm in love with it. Yeah, and yeah, I'm happy that I can do something that I love. I just love to fight. Yeah, I don't care about referees raising hands. I want to fight. I want to get to the venue. I want to weigh in. I want to fight, and I want to collect my envelope. And I want to do that as if I could do that every day, I would do it every day. But it's once a week, so I've got to stick to that for now.
What would you say is the biggest misconception that people have about journeyman in boxing?
That they're rubbish boxers and they can't fight and then they should pack it in. And I believe a lot of the British public would say they like say you showed them my record just on the TV and they saw it. I don't even believe they'd think I'd be getting paid for those fights. I just think they would look at that record and think, "Oh my God, he needs to stop. Like, what is he doing?" But there's a whole science to it, and if you know, you know.
Have you ever gone into a fight thinking that you could win that if you really went for it? And if so, what holds you back in those moments?
Loads of times, loads of times. But I've just got a job to do, man. I've got a job to do. I understand the way to do my job. I've taken a blueprint off people that have had a lot more fights than me, the legends in the game, and I know what I'm doing. Like I know what I'm doing, and yeah, it's best that I do it this way. If there's an amazing opportunity to take that, I go and go full throttle and let everything out in there. Then yeah, I'm not saying that's not it can never happen, but I love doing my job. I know how to do my job, and I'm good at it. So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Is it always a case of the risk is you won't get a phone call next week if you go out and win?
Um, they say that yes and no. It depends it depends who you're in against, and there's a lot of different circumstances towards it. I think with me now, it wouldn't hinder my career in any way. Like I've made a good reputation. Like, my word is very strong in the boxing scene, so I think I would always be getting fights. Obviously, let me go and put 3 wins on the trot, and then I'll be sitting at home on Saturday. That's for sure. But yeah,
Obviously, you face some of the top prospects in the UK. Who's impressed you the most and why?
whole package wise, not just the actual fight, but just for what they've gone on to do, I'd say Aaron McKenna, Hamza Shiraz, them two are probably the top two.
Is there anybody that has gone on to do quite well that you feel was a bit overrated that you weren't impressed with?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say any names on that now.
I tried.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I hear you.
what's been your toughest fight? Not necessarily the best opponent, but who's been the hardest night's work?
Well, look, I've been in there 189 times. So you can imagine there's times when I was in no type of condition to even, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors, but some hard fights, like my first 8 rounds I ever done in Scotland against Martin Harkin was fucking grueling. Had a grueling 6 rounds against James Moorcroft in my early stages of my career. Um, Mario Silva fractured my rib in the first round, had to get through that. There's been some in them 189. I would say like there'd probably be about just on average off the top of my head about 19 times where I'd probably have wanted to get out of there.
And I asked you earlier about, not going for the win because of the risk of not getting a fight a week after. In that situation, obviously you don't want to get stopped, so you can't fight for, is it 30 days, 28 days, something like that?
28 days.
So is that also in your mind as well when you're in there where you think, what, I just need to see these rounds out?
Oh, loads of the times. Listen, like not to be rude or anything, but I you see when I fight, it's just me. There's no crowd. It's just me and him. So I know if I have got 6 weeks lined up or 2 weeks lined up, that my safety is first. So yeah, I that is in my head a lot. To be fair, be safe, stay safe. We're doing this for longevity. We can still give people a good fight, but sometimes I'm clever enough now to not take risks that I don't need to take in there.
With that and trying to navigate yourself through the fight and get to the final bell, is that
Correct.
down to experience, your ring IQ, or something else?
It's down to a lot of things. Definitely experience. My ring IQ is definitely up there. I know when to fight. I know when what to do in there. Um, but it's just mentality. Like I'm not getting stopped. That's my mentality. I'm not getting stopped. I'm fighting like a dog. I'll rather die in there than get stopped. Whether that's the right mentality, good. Whether that's the right mentality or the wrong mentality, like that's just my mentality. I'm not getting stopped. Like I'll fight. And this is why, especially now when I'm training like a dog. People don't really see it, but I'm training like a dog. So you're not stopping me.
What would you say to young fighters who come into the sport now who think that a record full of wins is the only way to make it in the sport?
I'd say they're very mistaken. I mean, a record full of wins is glamorous and it definitely does attract more money, but the reality of it, this is a dangerous sport and there's a lot of killers in it. I mean, you gotta be headstrong and you gotta have something about you to really get to the top in this business truck slash sport. But I would say to them, look, just focus on training, man. Don't miss a run. Don't miss a run. Don't cut any corners. Focus on training. Get your mind right. Get your mind in a condition where it's unbreakable, and that will help you. But there's also another way, and it doesn't. Sorry, that's went off. Let me just turn this on 1 second. It doesn't mean that you've got to lose like every week. It doesn't mean that you can be an away fighter in 50-50 fights and be getting a purse and not selling any tickets. There's so many different ways, but Grannum Promotions has the information, and this is the stable that these up and coming prospects, journeymen, whatever, should be signing to, and that's when they will be looked after the best because they're with a manager that is actually doing it. And when I mean doing it, I'm properly doing it. So I understand what it takes, whether that's selling tickets or whether that's fucking being ready for every weekend to go to war.
Why did you start the management team? What made you want to pursue that line of work?
I'm not sure, you know. It was a thought and then it just sort of came into reality. My older cousin always used to say to me, like, why haven't you got any boxes? Why haven't you got any boxes? And the penny just dropped and it was just like, yeah, I need to get fighters. And this like I think that might be the best decision I've ever made in boxing, other than starting to actual box. I think becoming a manager because it's given me such a new love for the sport. It's unbelievable. Like just little things he won't get, just making phone calls, matching boxes up, getting the hotel, making sure my boxer's got his purse or his hotel book. I love it. I love it with a passion. So that was yeah, that gave me so when I did actually become manager, I couldn't train for 2 weeks. I don't know. I was just I didn't want to train, but then I realized that I'm still fighting. So yeah, I need to train.
You mentioned a newfound love for it. One thing I would say from this call alone is I can see your passion for the sport of boxing. But has there ever been a moment that you've considered quitting and walking away from the sport?
Yeah, there has been and it was probably for about a month. And I think it could have been one of the worst months of my life, to be fair. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was definitely before I was a pro. And yeah, I just didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know. I thought I was going to stop boxing, and then I was looking around for other stuff, and it's like my head was in limbo. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I must have been 20, 21 or something. I remember thinking to myself, wow, like, imagine how people feel if they're 40 and they don't know what they want to do or they've never like found the love. That must be crazy. But yeah, that was for a month. Other than that, I'm ready to fight till I'm 40. I'm 33 next week. I'm fighting on my birthday, the 11th of October. The year before I fought on my birthday as well, so it must have been a leap year. I'm happy days. So I'm fighting till I'm 40, God willing. Like I love it. I'm never gonna nothing, even like 3 stoppages in a row cannot stop me from loving this.
It's quite interesting to hear that because I thought there may have been times when you was a pro that you might have considered walking away because it must become a bit jarring to obviously lose every weekend, especially when you turned over to be the home fighter and obviously after your second fight you changed and switched to the away fighter. So it's refreshing to hear that actually your love for this sport, even when there's been a change of direction through your career, it's never wavered and it's only got stronger over the years.
It's got stronger. This is the strongest it's been. I love it. Like I can't the fighting. Like I'm fighting so much. Like I've had 21 fights this year. So it's like as soon as I finish with one fight, like I was in Manchester on the weekend, I boxed Macaulay McGowan, top fella. But as soon as the bell's done, I'm thinking, fucking hell, we're going again Saturday. Like that's what my life is like. It's a constant, we're fighting. So my motivation, as I said before in my career, wasn't really always there, and I was fucking around a lot. But as I've got older, I've got a bit more mature. So my motivation to train is just I've got to do it. They are trying to stop me. They're sitting there watching videos, trying to dissect on the thousand videos that they get to see. I have to train, and I'm so focused and motivated. But I love it. I probably love it taking an L every week than some of these prospects love winning and paying out.
What's the aim? Obviously, you mentioned if you'll fight to your 40, if you can, you're close to 200 fights. Is there a number of fights you want to hit? Is it just once you hit 40, that's it, you're done? What is it for you? What's the target?
There used to be a target, but there's not a target anymore. I just take each fight as it comes. I know it's really dangerous, and I take it each as it comes. But yeah, I'll go till I'm 40, and if I do go till I'm 40 at this rate, hopefully I fucking still can walk. But no, I think yeah, I just want to just fight for as long as I can until I'm financially absolutely comfortable, where like I've bought my house, I've got incomes coming in from all these different places, and I can just go away and I'm still getting paid and chill out. I'm fighting. And that for me in my head, the target that I have is a long way away. So I'm fighting for now.
So one day in years to come, they'll be sitting again. Jordan Grannum, professional boxer, 5,430.
I won't even stop 3 times. Nah. Hopefully, hopefully,
Um,
hopefully.
when it is time to hang the gloves up, when your career is over, how do you want to be remembered in the sport as a fighter?
As a fighter, I want to be remembered as a very, very tough, durable fighter that has the skills and just respected just for the amount of people I've fought and just like it's quite rare and I'm still going. I feel like I've just started, so I could hit any number. But yeah, just for my toughness and my boxing IQ, to be fair.
Obviously, you started your management company, Grannum Promotions. Is there any other sort of avenues in boxing you want to go down? Would you ever become a coach? Would you want to do this and that?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna become a coach when I get my gym, which will be opening soon. And I'll be having amateurs there and professionals, obviously. So I will be a coach there, head coach there. But I am also going to become a matchmaker, and I'll be starting that from January next year. So that I'm really looking forward to. So boxer, manager, matchmaker, that will be just enough for now.
For now.
But yeah, yeah, for now.
Last question. What keeps you so hungry and determined and motivated?
Two things. One, knowing that my head can get punched in front of a venue full of people, and two, money.
Fair.
To be as honest as possible.
Listen, that's why everyone does what they do, isn't it?
Yeah,
Simple as
yeah,
that.
that's what it's for. That's what I started for. It's not the career that. It's not the end product that I thought. I thought I was going to be a world champion, but I mean, I'm very happy with what I'm doing, and I don't think this is the end. I feel that I'm doing this for a reason. I don't see the massive picture, but I feel that things will come from this that are going to be amazing. I'm just not sure, but I can feel that this is for a reason. Whether I get to 400 fights, 201, whatever, I feel that I'm gonna have a legacy in boxing. Whether that's my son, whether that's a prospect, I feel that I will be on the big stage, whether I'm fighting or whether I'm in the corner, and I'm happy with either one.
I'd say I said that the last question. One more just popped into my head. A
That's fine.
lot of journeymen will end their career in a fight that they will go out and win. They'll fight another journeyman. For you, when it comes to your last fight, do you want to go out with a win? Do you want a 50-50 fight? Do you want the hardest fight you've had so far? How would you like to go out?
Depends what age I am. If I'm fucking 39, then I might just need a walkabout. I might need the new up and coming Jordan Grannum. But no, it depends. But do you know what? I do feel that I'm going to be in some really exciting fights in my career, and whether that's the last one, the next one, I feel that I will be, and I feel that people will eventually see how good I am, and that, yeah, obviously I've got a job to do, but there will be fights where they will see exactly how good I am, and I'm excited for that.
I want to see you just go fuck it and go on a run of wins and go and get a 7 area title or something like
And then what are you gonna do when I'm sitting at home eating kebab on a Saturday and my phone's just there, so I'm looking at it and nothing's going on, and I'm just getting fat.
that.
Because that's all that will happen. It takes me a week to get fat, trust me. But no, that's it's not. I can't rule it out. I can't rule it out. I will not rule out anything with this boxing. It can go anywhere.
Love that. Love that. Jordan, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
And you, man, I enjoyed that interview. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you at any time.